Welcome to Friday's maths lesson. So yesterday we looked at durations of time, where we were working out how long is an activity from start to finish. That was the duration. Thank you for sending in some of your brilliant work. Absolutely loved it. Seems like you had a really good understanding of what we were doing. So let's have a look at today's lesson. I started collecting eggs at 16:32 and I finished at 17:55. How long did it take the farmer to collect all of his eggs? What was the duration of his egg collecting? So that time's written in 24-hour clock, isn't it? So for you to be able to calculate this, I've got my clock here. I'm going to set it to 16:32, which you all know is, that's right, it's 4:32. So to help me, I'm going to start at 4 p.m. and I'm going to move my minute hand round to 32 minutes past. So can you see that? Yeah. That's when he started, and he finished at 17:55. Okay. So I'm going to do 17:55 is 5:55. So is that more than an hour or less than an hour later? What do you think? It's more than an hour, isn't it? So if I count on 1 hour from 4:32 until 5:32 there, that's 1 hour. And now I need to count on to 55. So like we did yesterday, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 3 minutes to get me to 35 minutes, and then 5, 10, 15, 20. So that was a total of 23 minutes, okay, plus the hour that we had from 4:30 until 5:30. Does that make sense? Are you still with me? Right, let's have a look. I've got it written on a clock here for you to see. So here is the first time. Can you see that? Let me get my pen out for you. Can you see here? Here we've got our start time at 16:32. This is forward 1 whole hour. So the whole clock is coloured in for 1 whole hour, plus 1, 2, 3 minutes there, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, another 23 minutes. So this is, I'll type it because it'll be neater, 1 hour. And this was 23 minutes. So what was the total duration of time that the farmer was collecting the eggs for? That's right, 1 hour and 23 minutes. So I wonder if there's a quicker way when the answer is more than an hour, instead of setting your clock and making it, counting it go all the way around. What do you think? Could you calculate some of that mentally? What do you think? I think you probably could. Okay, so today you're going to need your Power Maths books. So I'd like you to get Power Maths book C. Remember, our Telling the Time work is in book C, which is different to the Power Maths book that you use with Miss Crouch, okay? Pages 56, 57 and 58. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk you through each page. What you might want to do is listen to my instruction for that page and then pause while you complete that page and then play the instructions for the next page. That would make more sense to me. Right, so page 56, book C, page 56. You've got to find the duration. So here you've got analog clock, here and here. You have got to shade. There it says shade. That wasn't very neat colouring, was it? Shade. That means colour in the clocks to find each duration. Okay, do it neatly so that you can see the minute hand on those clocks and the minute lines. Don't shade it so heavy that you can't see the hands on the clock. Okay, so it's got the digital time there. To start off with, it's not crossing it over an hour, so that should be a little bit easier for you to calculate. Be really accurate. So from here, you need to shade how long was it, and then how many minutes was that. It's also represented on a number line. So if you were being absolutely amazing, you could track that on a number line. So on this number line, each line represents a 5-minute interval. Each line represents 5 minutes on the clock. Okay, so if you were starting at 7:12, you would start at 7:05, 7:10. You would start about there. Okay. And if I were going to do the first one, I would do a jump up to the next multiple of 10 and then one bigger jump. So I'd do a smaller jump and a bigger jump. I'd partition it, okay? So have a go at those. All right, next page. So page 57. Here there's a table rather like what you did yesterday, so I don't think that needs an awful lot of explanation. It shouldn't be too tricky for you. Look at the start time, look at the end time. If it helps you, use an analog clock, or you could draw it out as a number line, okay? And here's problem then. A milk tanker arrives at a farm at 5:45 in the morning. So the tricky bit here is you identifying what does 5:45 mean. My drawing my lines is really wobbly, isn't it? What does 5:45 mean? Let me do a straight line and then it might actually make sense. Yeah. What does 5:45 actually mean? What would it look like on a digital clock? It fills up with milk and it leaves the farm at 16 minutes past 7. How long does it take to fill the tanker up? You've got a box here to show you're working out. Please use that box to show you're working out. I expect you in this box to write your times as digital, and that will help you with your working out, okay? Right, page 58. What is the duration between these times? Look at your hour hand and your minute, okay? Hour hand and minute separately before you figure out how many times has that hour hand gone around the clock between one time and another. If it helps you, write them out in digital. Write your start time and your end time, okay? Mr. Lopez has a lunch break of 52 minutes. He starts lunch at a time after 1300, which is 1 p.m. and he ends at a time before 2 p.m. When could his lunch start and end? So what you're looking for here are two times which have a duration of 52 minutes, which are between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Okay, right. Send me pictures of your work and I would love to have a look. Thank you. See you later. Have a good day.